The markets are in positive territory following Wednesday's big sell-off, but is this a real buy on the dip, or is it just short covering? I'm here with Ken Polcari from iCap Equity. So Ken, you're telling me, you know what, nothing's really changed. So
it really hasn't, other than we've got a potential new leader in Greece. We're talking about a new one in Italy, but what has really changed? Nothing, right? Because the situation is still there. The crisis is still upon them, and it's still yet to be seen whether these new guys are going to be able to institute the austerity measures that have to happen and force through the cuts that really these countries are going to need to make, that Germany and France are really imposing. Now, listen, it's already spread now to France, because look at what's going on with yields in France now this morning. They're starting to spike, and so it's continuing to get a little bit bigger. Do I think it's a little bit of an overreaction? I do. Do I really think they're going to drag France into it right now? I do not. But all that tells you is that the market continues to remain skittish, nervous, and weak. I think we're going to trend lower as the day goes on.
all right, so everybody always talks about the Santa Claus rally, that end of the year push. Do you think we're still going to see that, or are they going to wait to buy that dip?
I think they're going to wait, and I think what's going to happen is that we've got, about 7 weeks till 8 weeks till the end of the year, right? So we've got a couple of more weeks. November 23rd, we've got our own U.S. deficit political action committee that's going to come up with a plan or not. So the market is kind of biding its time, waiting on that. You see a lot of big asset managers just sitting back because of all the nervousness in Europe, as well as the uncertainty of what's going on in this country. So I think they're really going to wait and see what comes out of that before they decide whether they're going to push them into the close of the year. Listen, they've got to try to dress up those portfolios at year end. I think we're flat on the year. Actually, the S&P I think is down 1% as of this morning. And so they're going to try to push them just to the end of the year. So I'm not ruling it out, but there's a lot out there that could at any moment could change the game.
All right, so Kenny's saying, don't get excited. Today's actions, just trader on trader.